I am to do the reflection. And some of us probably remember some of this being in the age that we are now. I'm not going to tell you our age, but some of y'all already know. But those were the days that we really enjoyed ourselves, and we didn't have a care in the world like some of them now don't have a care in the world, but they have a care, but they don't care. But we're going to start out with our greeting to Bishop Foster, ministers of the gospel, distinguished guests, church family, and friends. On this blessed occasion of our 115th church anniversary, I stand with gratitude and reverence to reflect on the church and the community that shaped my early years. Today, I speak not only to remind those who remember, but to share with the young generation the strength, the discipline, the unity that built the foundation we stand on. When I was growing up, young people did not choose whether they wanted to attend church. Attendance was expected, participation was required, and commitment was understood. Church was not something we fit into our schedule. It was the center of our life. It shaped our character, our values, and the sense of belonging. I'm going to stop right there for just a second. When it said that we didn't have a choice to go to church, when we got saved, we used to play all the time. We used to play games like hide and go see and this and that. And upon that time when they like, we having revival at the church, and church right in front of the house, so they like, you got to stop at a certain time and be in church. So it said we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice. We had to come, and we all had to sit on the front pew. And everybody that wasn't saved, you needed to be saved because we weren't going to play no games. We had to come into church. Our parents did not ask us. They told us we had to go. Okay, in those days, devotion was led by the deacons. Each fulfilled a sacred role. I can still recall the order: Deacon Hatch offering the prayer, Deacon Lindsay reading and scriptures, Deacon Short, some know him as Mr. Johnny Robertson, Deacon George Goodness, they led songs. Women did not lead devotion unless the deacons invited them to sing. And even then, it was done with great respect and reverence. Deacon Hatch served faithfully as a superintendent until the Lord called him home. Deacon Lindsay was the chairman of the deacon board with unwavering dedication. Our system of giving was different then. Okay, now they talk about tithes and offering. We didn't have that back then. Instead of the tithes and offering, as we know them today, the deacons and the trustees went from house to house, and some of them was on bicycles. They was going around collecting what was called the pastor's salary, $25, and $5 for benevolence offering. Sister Molly Cameron, okay, she served as the Sunday school treasurer until Reverend Jones became our pastor. Under the leadership, the church opened its first bank account, and he taught us true principles of tithing. First from the net, that's the one I liked then. And later was the gross. I said that was just too hard right there. He said, try it for 1 week, then we'll go on. Before we had the fellowship hall, our gathering took place beneath the large tree across the road. Members cooked at home and brought their dish to the church, creating a fellowship rooted in love and the community. The choir sang a cappella for many years, lifting their voice without instruments, but with the power of conviction. Miss Bama McDowell baked the communion bread every Saturday night, and only the deaconess prepared the communion table until Reverend Jones taught that any willing servant could assist. The church was heated by a pot-belly stove positioned near in front of the pew. The deacon would build a fire on Saturday night and return early Sunday morning to ensure the sanctuary was warm for worship. When someone in the community passed away, there was no phone announcement. It said Deacon Hatch would tone the bell in the foyer, and the sound would travel throughout the community, letting everyone know that the soul has transitioned. We used outdoor toilets, an old-fashioned outhouse, and some was two-seated, shared by more than one family. We didn't have a choice. Our children played outside from house to house until the sun went down, learning responsibility, respect, and community along the way. Baptism was held at the creek behind Brother Junior May's home, where the water flowed freely and the Spirit moved mightily. These memories are simply stories from the past. They remind us the faith, sacrifice, and unity that sustained this church through generations. They speak to times when church was the heartbeat of the community, when families stood together, and when worship was rooted in and devoted rather than a convenience. As we celebrate 115 years, we honor those who came before us, those who prayed, labored, sacrificed, and believed. Their dedication laid the foundation on which we stand today. As we look forward, may we carry their spirit with us, a spirit of service, a spirit of unity, a spirit of unwavering faith in God. May this anniversary not only remind us of where we have been, but inspire us towards where God is leading us next. This is your reflection.